Dad! Dad!
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the most surprising, most shocking, and most doof-doof-inducing deaths in BBC's stalwart soap, EastEnders. Number 10. Lucy Beale's Not So Good Friday. Good Friday 2014, and EastEnders viewers were treated to a whodunit worthy of Poirot, Holmes, or Morse. Who killed Lucy Beale? The murder itself, concluding a red herring-laden episode, wasn't that surprising. Showrunners had announced it in February and employed their biggest marketing campaign to promote her death by persons unknown. Yet behind the scenes, only 4 people who worked on the show knew who the real culprit was. But the reveal, almost an entire year post-announcement, during February 2015's special 30th anniversary live week, was stunning. In a shocking, Christie-esque misdirection, it was none of the 13 characters that EastEnders bosses promoted as suspects in the build-up, but Bobby Beale, Lucy's 10-year-old half-brother, who was the who that done it.
She made everyone unhappy.
Number 9. Steve Owen's explosive exit. For Martin Kemp, being part of EastEnders, in his words, saved his life.
Yeah, that's right, I do. I hate Phil. Do you want to show me someone in here who actually likes him?
Indeed, the bassist had returned to a promising acting career when Spandau Ballet disbanded, until 2 brain tumours forced a half-decade hiatus from performing. Yet, still in recovery, he returned to screens with an award-winning 4-year stint as the villainous Steve Owen, cementing his status as a legitimate actor. With the glass ceiling broken, it was time to move on, with rival channel ITV. However, EastEnders bosses ensured that for any potential returns for Kemp, the door was shut.
Get me out there! Phil, the door's stuck!
Owen's demise from an explosive car chase with Phil Mitchell was indeed shocking on screen, but perhaps eclipsed by the shocking pettiness of showrunners behind the scenes, writing him out in what was dubbed as a revenge killing.
Phil!
Number 8. Mel Owen's similar fate. With the death of Steve Owen, the departure of his wife Mel was imminent. But unlike Martin Kemp, for whom a return was impossible, Tamsin Outhwaite was able to walk away from Albert Square in 2002 with the option to return.
Actually, there is one thing. Pick a number for me, 1 to 20. Great, thank you.
Outhwaite did, signing a year-long contract, which she extended to 2, and in early 2018, Mel Owen was back on screen to much aplomb. But this time, when it was time to go, it would be permanent.
Mel, can you hear me?
Following a popular storyline involving a Mitchell, Sharon, we thought Mel would meet a similar fate as her late husband, a fiery car crash. However, it was a red herring. Sharon saved Mel, but temporarily. In a macabre twist, the late Mrs. Owen walked in front of a lorry and was gone forever.
Mum.
Hunter.
Mum.
Number 7. A typical Christmas day for Archie Mitchell. Albert Square's Christmas Day traditions include a big dinner, arguments, and, most likely, a shocking event to add to the festive cheer.
In which case, I'll happily accommodate you.
In 2009, it would be the death of Larry Lamb's villainous Archie Mitchell. Killed when he was deliberately lured to the floor and bludgeoned by the falling Queen Victoria bust, 11 million viewers witnessed Mitchell's Christmas demise. It would lay the groundwork for later mystery sagas, such as Who Killed Lucy Beale, establishing a template of promoting multiple suspects, a live episode reveal, and limits on how many EastEnders staff knew who done it. Only 7 knew who killed Archie, not including poor Lacey Turner, who was given only 30 minutes notice before filming the reveal that her character, Stacey Branning, was the bust-pushing murderer.
I killed Archie.
Number 6. Laura Beale's neck-breaking plunge. Having previously appeared as an HIV patient, 17th of February 2000 would introduce Hannah Waterman in a different EastEnders role. Over her 4 years, Laura Dunn would become Beale, marking a third-time unlucky marriage as Ian's wife, and was involved in storylines over questioned paternity, financial ruin, and fall afoul of resident villainess Janine Butcher. In her final moments, Laura argues with her nemesis and chases after Ian, tripping on a shoe, only to cut to other scenes.
No, Ian, wait! Ian, wait!
It isn't until Pat Butcher discovers her body that we learn she did indeed fall, all the way down the stairs.
Laura!
Waterman was happy to leave the soap, but the spontaneous manner of her departure still surprised viewers, and reiterated why one should leave footwear at the door.
You're under arrest, Janine. You'll be taken to the police station where you'll be charged with Laura Beale's murder.
Oh, please, I haven't done anything!
Number 5. Heather Trott's murder. Fans were aware that Heather Trott actress Cheryl Ferguson was axed from EastEnders in 2011, but the karaoke singing, George Michael loving, oft-parodied Heather was expected to have a gentle departure the following year, not meet her demise at Ben Mitchell's hands, of all people.
You couldn't keep that shut, could ya?
You may have noticed a pattern. Generally, if a main character is central to an episode intended for broadcast on a special occasion, such as Christmas, New Year's, Easter, or anniversaries, then they probably won't be in another.
Get off me!
But no one expected the innocuous date of 21st of March 2012 to be the final appearance of the similarly innocuous Heather Trott, which is likely why it worked as an exit so shocking. It was an exit much more spontaneous for a character so outlying.
Life extinct, 2109 hours.
No!
Number 4. Ronnie and Roxy Mitchell's New Year Deadpool. Admittedly, this entry is somewhat loaded. We'd be remiss not to include Danielle Jones' shocking hit and run by Janine, or the massively controversial baby swap saga that began with the passing of infant James. Both died in the arms of their mother, Ronnie Mitchell, played by Samantha Womack, who is one half of this entry. The other is her on-screen sister, Rita Simons' Roxy. The Mitchell sisters would enjoy a decade of EastEnders, and on January 1st, 2017, would exit together too.
Oh, Roxy, no! Are you so...
As is atypical in Albert Square, a happy occasion of a wedding turns sour, and the sisters end their night, and 2016, drinking beside a pool, only to drown in it, with Ronnie tragically dying in an attempt to save Roxy. Happy New Year indeed, EastEnders fans.
But earlier this morning, the bodies of 2 women were found in the hotel pool. We believe they're the bodies of Ronnie and Roxy.
Number 3. Barry Evans' Cliff Fall. Yes, it's been over 2 decades, but still, why Barry? As one of the show's most popular characters, Barry was doomed from the moment he found love in Janine Butcher. Lest we forget, Albert Square's good guys rarely stay on top for long, as pride comes before fall. Literally, for Barry. During their honeymoon, Janine saw her chance to swindle her new husband's money and run off with her boyfriend.
Off me!
One push off a cliff later, and a widow she became, establishing herself as a long-term villainess and responsible for several other characters' demises.
Memories are better.
But behind the scenes, it was another revenge killing, this time due to actor Sean Williamson heading to Panto without telling his bosses. However, Barry lived on, kind of, outside EastEnders, and returned once more in 2025.
I gave it to Phil in case I forgot.
Phil Mitchell. What'd you give it that 8 for?
Number 2. Tiffany Mitchell's Countdown to Disaster. As already shown, New Year's celebrations aren't always happy occasions for the Mitchell family. Tiffany, played by Martine McCutcheon, sets that precedent, killed in a hit and run in the same spot several years before Janine would run over her cousin-in-law, Danielle. But this also sets another precedent of show bosses apparently killing characters off in revenge for their actors' actions behind the scenes. McCutcheon, embarking on a music career, was allegedly insisting on making more sporadic appearances as Tiffany. However, bosses saw this as using EastEnders as a, quote, safety net should her singing endeavours fail to find an audience. Subsequently, Tiffany was announced as being written out. Problem is, no one had actually told McCutcheon, who found out via the radio that Tiffany's exit was permanent. Number 1. Live and Falling. As it passes more milestones, viewers have been treated to special occasions in the form of live episodes. Filmed directly to broadcast, 2010's EastEnders Live marked the 25th anniversary of the soap and made good on the promise that Archie Mitchell's killer would be revealed. Yet, that wasn't the only twist.
The fact is, you've got a choice. You either stay here and front it out with the coppers, or you get out while you've got a chance.
With actor Charlie Clements departing, the character of Bradley Branning was due to receive, quote, a big exit. However, how could a live episode logistically live up to a huge death scene for the character? Very well, it seems, with writers sending Bradley on an express route from the Queen Vic roof to the pavement.
Stace! Stace, run!
Clever cuts, brilliant timing, and a meticulous yet secret stunt made for a promise shockingly well kept, still being talked about today. Are there any doof moments that had you jumping out of your chair? Tell us in the comments below.